Here are 3 struggles you will go through when you start lifting weights. Number 1, having a lack of purpose. Something that you see so often is you see a guy who gets started going to the gym, but he struggles with staying consistent. He struggles with showing up all the time. And I believe it's because they don't have a set goal or a set purpose of why they're going to the gym. When I started going to the gym, it was because I wanted to play college football. Then I achieved that. I ended up playing college football. Then a couple years later, while I was playing football, I ended up getting complacent. I was in a relationship and things kind of went downhill because I lost myself in the process. I fell off my self-improvement. I stopped going to the gym as much. I started eating more junk food and she ended up leaving me eventually. Then I went through a breakup, so I had the whole like, oh yeah, me against the world mentality. And I ended up saying that I wanted to go through a huge physical transformation and I ended up achieving that. And what I learned through these 2 separate chapters of my life is that having a purpose or having specific goals around why you go to the gym is so critical. Not just to say things like, oh yeah, I want to get in shape. Why do you want to get in shape? Why do you want to start going to the gym? Because we always set goals. We always say that we want to do things, but we never acknowledge the reasoning behind it. You want to go to the gym. What's your reason? Do you want to build more confidence? Do you want to attract more women? Oh, don't do things for girls, but shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. If you want to attract girls, that's a fine motivation to have. Like, what's your reason for wanting to go to the gym? Because if you do not have a defined reason, a defined purpose, it's going to be hard for you to stick to your goals. Because what are you revolving around? What's your life revolving around? If your life doesn't revolve around a core purpose, you don't have anything to stick to. So you have to find that purpose. And then once you find that purpose, you have to outline specific goals. What are your goals when you go to the gym? Do you want to bulk? Do you want to cut? Have you sat down and written it out yet? If you haven't, that's something that you need to do. Because sure, going to the gym, getting in shape, being active is such a great part of life. And it's so great that you're doing those things. But if you want to achieve like insane results, you want to build an aesthetic physique, you want to build like a top 3% physique, you have to have an extra drive. Because if you don't have that extra drive, are you going to be able to get out of bed every single morning? Are you going to be able to stay consistent, stay disciplined when you don't feel like it? Because when you have a purpose, you don't let feelings control you. You don't let your feelings control what you do. You take action based on your purpose. You take action because it's what you know you need to do. So whatever your reason is for wanting to go to the gym, wanting to get in shape, wanting to improve yourself, make sure you define that and make sure you always know that and you stick to it. The second reason you will struggle in the gym is what I call decision paralysis. Decision paralysis is essentially when there are so many different options, there are so many different things you can do that you kind of get overstimulated and you don't know which one to do. I had a call with one of my coaching clients last night, and something that I discovered was holding him back was that he was trying so many different things and he wasn't staying consistent to one routine. Because you got one guy talking about the push-pull legs routine. You got one guy saying the Arnold split is the best. You got one guy saying full body. You got one guy saying upper lower, and you're like, holy shit, I have no idea where to start. And the same thing applies to diet. You got one guy saying, oh, do the carnivore diet. You got one guy saying, oh, don't eat carbs. You got one guy saying keto diet, and you're like, holy shit. And then you keep trying all these different things, but you never actually stick to one. And because you're flip-flopping so much, you never actually make any progress. You just stay stuck in the same spot. So with my client, what we determined is that we had to pick one routine. We had to pick one thing he could stick to consistently and just go at it without flip-flopping, without changing, and then write it out and actually take action. Because something you must understand is there is no such thing as a perfect workout routine. Sure, some people might have their opinions on what's optimal or what's best, but there is no definitive best routine. The only definitive best routine is the one that you can stick to, the one that you can show up and do every single day, the one that you're not going to miss, the one that you're going to also enjoy doing. Because some people will say, actually incline bench press is more optimal than flat bench press. But like, if you like doing flat bench press, if that's what you want to do, just do it. Who cares what's optimal or not? Sure, like some things you want to optimize, right? Because you still want to get results. But like, if you want to do something, just because it's not optimal doesn't mean that you can't do it. Like, have a routine that you can stick to that's effective, but also have some enjoyment. Do something that you have fun doing, because it's going to be so much easier to stick to a routine when you actually enjoy it. So you need to just find a workout routine that you can stick to, that you can do consistently. For me, I recommend push-pull legs. That's what I found to get the most results with, but pick which one you believe would be best for you and just don't change. And with diet, there is no such thing as an optimal diet. The only diet that's quote unquote optimal is the one that's healthy, that you can stick to, that you don't cheat on all the time. I believe this is what your diet should look like. You should eat whole foods. You shouldn't eat a ton of processed foods. You're just eating whole healthy food. You're eating, instead of chicken nuggets, you're eating just whole chicken. Instead of eating like French fries from McDonald's all the time, you're eating whole potatoes, right? Instead of eating ultra processed foods, you're eating clean foods. And also, don't obsess over the diet. If you want to go out and you want to get a burger and you've been on it, you've been hitting your macros, you've been consistent, yeah, no problem. If you take a girl out on a date and you want to get ice cream, yeah, no problem at all. Have no shame about that. So just find a routine that works for you. And if you want help with that, the link to my coaching will be in the description and you can sign up for that. And I'd love to help you through your progress. If not, no worries at all. Just find a routine that works for you, that you can stick to, and do that consistently. The third thing you're going to encounter that will limit your gym progress is pain. All the time I go to the gym and I see guys who aren't making very much progress. Shoot, this was me from my freshman and sophomore year of college. And the thing that I learned is the reason why most people aren't making progress is because they're not willing to embrace pain, right? They show up to their workout and they just do the same weights every single time. They don't push themselves to failure. They don't actually push them to the point of exhaustion. But something you must understand is that if you want to make gains in the gym, you have to progressively overload. And the only way you can do that, the only way you can stimulate your muscles for them to grow, is to actually get close to the point where you're failing. This is what I call the bro analogy. This is how you can tell whether or not you had a good workout. There's, of course, like more ways to test it, but my bro science way is the way that I follow. If you do a leg workout, right, you do squats, and you find that it's hard to walk down the stairs after your workout, you probably trained pretty hard. That's a good thing. If you do bench press and after your bench press set, you can't really do another set of close to as much weight, you probably trained pretty hard, and that's a good thing. But if you're finding that you're never getting sore, you're never actually like feeling fatigue, you're probably just not training hard enough. Now, there is a fine line with this. I'm not saying you should get injured. Getting injured is bad. Like, do your workouts safe, be safe about things, but also there's a good type of pain that you want to endure. There's a good type of pain. And especially when you first start going to the gym, it's going to be really hard. You're going to feel super sore because you haven't really ever done it. But over time, it's still a good thing to get sore, but it's not going to get closely as bad after you've been lifting for a few months compared to the first couple weeks. The first couple weeks, you kind of just have to endure it. You kind of just have to go through the pain because your body is adjusting to it. The way that some of my football coaches in high school explained it to me is the gym is essentially testing your mental capacity to delay gratification, to stick to your goals. Are you going to let the pain keep you down? Are you going to let the pain get the best of you? Or are you going to get the best of yourself? Or are you going to say, you know what? I feel this pain, but I'm still going to take action. I'm still going to stick to my goals. I'm still going to do the thing that I need to do. Because think about it. Would the best version of yourself, would he feel that pain and give up? Or would he feel that pain and push through it and keep showing up to the gym? What would he do? So when you're thinking, oh, I'm going to skip the gym today. Oh, like I'm not going to train that hard. I'm just going to take a day off. Realize that is the big voice in your head testing your capacity to stick to your goals, to be disciplined. And when you have that voice, because we all have it, bro. I still, dude, every time I sit in front of the camera, I feel nervous to record a video. Every time that a guy who's successful with women wants to go approach a girl, they still feel nervous. Every time I go to the gym, I'm still like, I don't want to feel the pain. But it's not the feeling of nervousness. It's not the feeling of failure that you want to try to avoid. The only thing that you can do when you have those feelings, when you have those thoughts, is push through them and take action regardless. Say, I will not let my own self-limiting beliefs, my own brain, stop me from doing what I know is best, and just be disciplined and take the action. And a quote that I've always loved is that we all must suffer one of two things, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. But anyways, if this video helped, be sure to click the like and subscribe button so you can see more videos like these, and I'll see you for the next video, bro.